So here we have a box which I got for Christmas. It's a subscription box from Team Repair where you get a gift every 3 months, and you have to repair an electronic. So here we have the electronic. It's a retro game controller. So as you can see, first things first, obviously the screen is completely missing and there seems to be some loose wires. So the first thing we're going to do is unbox the rest of the kit and see what's in the rest of it. It also opens up, so there you can see some loose wires. So here, when I get everything, I'm going to get everything out here. So I've got the game controller, we've got a certificate, so everything you do, you get one sticker. We've been signed up for a year. My mum signed up for a year, and then what we do is we repair it, and in another box there'll be the sticker. We stick it on, and then once we've got all of them with a certificated repairer. So that's the instruction booklet. So it gives you instructions of how to repair it, but it's also got some experiments, and there's one of the experiment cards and to do at home card. So what you do, and then here's a what do you call it? Ratings card. Sorry, can't think of what name there. So then we've got the spare parts box coming in, which I actually haven't opened. I'd looked at all the rest of it before, but this is completely new. So basically, the aim of Team Repair and this subscription box is to try and reduce electronic waste. So it's teaching kids around age 12 to learn how to repair electronics. So they give you everything you need. They even include the batteries. So I've just taken the screwdriver out there because there's no point in really emptying the whole kit. Oh, and apologise. The thing in the back is a Studio Creator set. I'm not the best to know what happened there. Something went wrong there. So basically, this just says, hello, are you ready to start the challenge? This is to help electronic waste, learn how to solve tricky problems. Remember that every inventor started just like this. So then we start with our instruction kit, and the first thing is from A is the screen. So you've got 3 faults. We've got the screen, we've got some loose wires, because some wires are supposed to be connected to the battery terminal, and we've also got a problem of a mystery one, or a mystery problem. So there you can see 2 circuit boards on our device. So PBC is a printed circuit board, so I have to open the latch. Now, I'm not going to lie, this is the point where we actually added in the screen, and I can't lie, this took me so long to do it. What you see here with the screen is only a bit of time, and I apologise once more for me being off screen. I've only actually edited and done videos on a screen. I've never actually had to edit videos, I guess, so I apologise for the introduction. So here's one of the options. It gives you an option of which direction you can put the circuit board in. Here's the cut. It took me, the baggie appeared. I thought that was where the screen was held, so I took hours. I spent so long watching for the screen. If you were to watch this video without editing, it would probably be almost, I don't know, an hour. Here, when I was editing, I just added in this emoji because how bored I was. It took me so long. I think about 20 minutes on this video was spent just on that one part. So that took ages. And now here we have a slightly different camera setup. And you can see there's the green things are buttons that fell out, and the see-through things are there's little silicone button mold things. Oh, that was zoom in. Oh, so I finally got the screen in. You don't want to know how long it took me, so now I have to get the buttons in. So you see silicone bits that make the buttons all soft and squidgy. So rather than a sharp tap, you have something more smooth, like it's quite smooth. It goes down, doesn't have that nice sharp click. It's just a regular click. So here I just have to try and insert the buttons back in. Now I'm not going to lie, this took so long to get the buttons back in. It is so hard to put those buttons in, especially little silicone bits. So there's a cut after I think I took about 5 minutes doing that. So here I'm just going to screw it back in, and then we fixed problem number 1. We fixed the screen problem. So now all we have left to do is fix the other problems. So we have to fix the wires, and we also have to fix those that mystery fault that will only be revealed close to the end. So once we've done that, it's quite close to the end. When I play test it, something's broken, and when I play test it, we'll discover what it is. But there you go, there's a screen. It looks quite good. So that was cool. We actually managed to input a screen. So yeah. So now the next step is, no, I keep on doing it too early. So the next thing we have to do is find out which battery. So you see those 2 little lumps where the glue is? That's where batteries do it. And now we have an experiment. I apologise for the bad pixel. There was no other choices. This was the only sciencey thing I could do. It doesn't even look that sciencey, to be honest with you. So now, after a quick run to get some scissors, we do an experiment. So basically, you see those 2 lumps of game controllers in the background where there's glow? Well, those are for safety. Also, the wires will be transformed. Rather than soldering them on, you just plug them in. So now we're finding out which one of those 2 holes there is positive and which one is negative. So here I'm just cutting up some tape. And if anyone knows, so you see below my scissors, and near the LED light, there's this weird pin picture. If anyone knows what that is, please can you tell me, because I have no clue. It's that, so what you do is you fix it up, and then if the LED comes on, you've got the wires in the correct place. So here I'm just getting the LED out. It's in a little box. Had to go to my mum to go and get that open. Took ages, to be honest with you. This entire video was a long combination of it just taking absolute ages. So now I'm just securing that down with insulation tape they gave us. So they literally give you everything. All you have to add is scissors and a bit of time. So this is really cool. I am hoping that I can post every single one of these I get. So in about 3 months' time, so maybe February, March, something around that, I'll get the next one and I'll see what it is. My bet so far, the only other electronics I can think of, because there's no way they're going to make it game controls every time, is walkie-talkie and a lamp. Can't really think of fan, maybe. Can't think of any other electronics, but we'll see if I'm right. So here I'm just spending hours unscrewing that and putting the batteries in. Should I put the batteries in? So if you guys have any other electronics you think it could possibly be, please tell me. But yeah, this was so cool. This was one of the coolest presents I actually got. What happened was, after I got it, we were at my grandma's house, because we would go at Christmas from my grandma's house, or maybe my nanny's house. And I got this, and I wanted to do it straight away, but we couldn't. And in like a day's time, we went to Portugal to visit my nanny and granddad. So then when that happened, it took like almost a month to be able to do this. During that entire time, I just begged to do this. Yeah, and I finally got to do it, and it was so fun. So I had no clue why it wasn't working. It took me so long to realise that must be the problem, that I'd accidentally put the battery terminals on them. I actually plugged them into the wrong one. Here's me trying to make sure I remember it. been completely forgetting which side it's on. Here's some ASMR. Okay, scrap that if it isn't really ASMR. It's a bit ASMR, but... So I just discovered which it was on. And I was like, okay, now I know directly which terminal I go into. Yeah, I totally didn't forget and have to redo that several times. I completely forgot which side it was on. So first I did it, I plugged it in the wrong side. So now, we've got it, so after a while, I can't see what I'm doing. I just plugged it in. And there's a switch cap I just had done. So now I'm play testing it. And then here is the next problem. The new problem that arises. The news problem. So here I'm going to do a bit of a play test. So it says, which button is broken? So the first thing I'm going to do is add the little switch cap in. So that's quite easy. All I have to do is add... So we have to switch it in. So, you know how normally now you have a power button on top you press down? And so it's a switch you slide along. So after a bit of trying to put that in, I finally did it. And the first time I turned it on, I'm going to say the buttons are completely rubbish. They don't work very well. Like, the soft feeling is a bit weird. I also don't know what the T button is. So there's an A and a B button, and there's a T button. No clue what that's for. If anyone knows, please tell me. So I plugged the batteries in, ready to do my play test. So this is an exciting moment. I turn it on. Why is it turning on? And after a quick fix later, no. There we go. It finally got to work again after I'd switched it back around. So it completely works. So I had a quick game on it for about 15 minutes, and then now all we've got left to do is do that last problem. So it turns out that I changed views for this because it was a lot easier to do this kind of view. I was having to lean over and go off screen all the time. So now the problem is something beneath that brown PVC printed circuit board, remember? So all we have to do is try and fix that. After a quick bye to the camera. Where have I gone? Oh, there I am. So now I've just got to unscrew that, and the bottom D-pad button is stuck. It doesn't work. After a quick playtest, that's what I discovered. I'm sorry I didn't get to show you that, but later you'll see me actually play on it. So now all I've got to do is, so that's done. I had to completely finish that. So I've opened it up. This is the first time I've opened up this new circuit board colour. So then all I've got to do is take these buttons off. So there's the speaker, that little bit that's dangling, little black bit that's dangling. So something's blocking it. If you look there's a little circle of silicone. That's where the blockage is to the button. So I just have to take that off. Take the mystery block out. I'm not going to tell you yet. So that's me pointing to there was something blocking the button. I'm sorry, I wasn't very good at that. I do honestly apologise. I'm just really not the best at this camera angle. Maybe later over the year I'll do maybe hopefully 3 more of these videos. It'll be like a 4-part thing. I mean, we're going to do it, and then maybe we'll be able to continue it next year. But I'm not sure about that. So that's a piece of fluff I took out of that. But honestly, this is the coolest thing I've ever done. Then there's going to be a little cut here because I accidentally screwed the screw to the wrong hole. So at the back there's 4 screw holes which hold the game console together. When I tried to screw the brown PVC in, I screwed it into the wrong hole. So it took me so long to get it out. This is me fiddling with it. It took so long. So eventually, I'm using an old phone here. Can't remember what it was, like Samsung something. It's really old because my parents wouldn't let me have a real phone. So what I've done here, so I apologise if it is quite bad quality, but my phone ran out of memory because I took it on a trip to Orkney up near the top of Scotland a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago, and we forgot to delete the photos. So we've run out of memory somewhere around here. Luckily it ran out at a quite convenient time. So now what we've got left to do is screw it all back together and have a final play test. So I didn't notice the memory had run out until this point. So sorry for the quick camera angle change. My dad had a word in it. So here's the first thing. Look. So it's got six game screens, 6 game types, and in them there's over maybe 200 games. So here I play tennis. I apologise in advance, I'm absolutely awful at tennis in the game. But honestly, the graphics on the screen are so high, but the actual buttons feel really clumsy. But there's a T button there. You see that tiny button in between the A and B button beneath the start button, I think it is. That's the T button, no clue what it is. So as we begin to play tennis, trying to figure out how it works. None of these games come with the manual, so half the time I'm actually just struggling to figure out what game it is. So I've done that. There's a whole selection of sports game. There's so many fun games. There's Battleship's one-player version. Somehow it's like a stage game, really weird. And there's puzzle games. I've explored loads of them. So what you do after you've played those, you get 3 months playing with it, and then you have to return it. So they give you a return address to send it to. You just stick it on the outside of the box and you're done. And it gives you a checklist. That's what you have to return out of all the things that you were given. So you return all that and they give it on to the next person who signs up. So there's little waste. They reuse literally everything. So that's good. So this is really cool. So as I said again, I'm not sure what's going next. Oh, maybe I'll actually be able to play tennis one day. Okay. That'll probably take all my 3 months of time playing with it to figure out how to play tennis. You have to press the reset button, so if it does turn off, that's weird. But it is really, really cool. So here I'm going to play what am I going to play? Being indecisive about what I want to play. But I want to play. Going to play a fighting game. I'm awful at these. Oh, and by the way, the screen glitching out, that is not the actual thing. That's just my old phone mixing with that phone's thing, so just makes it look a bit weird. So it is actually a lot better looking. This doesn't, but this was fully made for this one thing. Everything's been customised for kids, so there's no damage, so you don't solder anything on. The circuit board's all protected. It's really cool. Sorry for zooming into my thumb there. I just liked my thumb too much. I don't know what I was thinking there. So as we're doing a thumbs up. And I forgot to record the part where I put a sticker on the certificate. So I had to cut again and redo that. Sorry for not muting this. I muted most of the parts for something I completely forgot. So here's me getting the sticker. It says, I'm now a certificated retro game console. I'm a certificated console repair. I can't read it. I've completely forgotten what it says. Something to do with I'm a certificated console repairer or something. So, team repair, console damage repairer. I can't read it. So over the course of the month, I'm going to get more of these. So I'm going to get a red sticker, which will have something in, green one, and a yellow one. Can't think of what the other electronics could be. So that's the end of it. That's all we have.